Good morning, Veritas All-Stars. Here's our challenge question for today, May 12th, 2020. It says, number 1, the following statements are true about a rectangular prism. The volume is 96 cubic centimeters. The height is 6 centimeters. The width is 2 centimeters. Part A says, what's the length of the rectangular prism? And part B says, if the length, width, and height were all doubled, then what would be the new volume? Okay, read it through once first, just wrap my head around it, and now I'm going to go back and annotate with my pen. The following are true. So these are all true statements about a rectangular prism. If you're not sure what that is, it's a 3D rectangle. All right, so it says what you need to know here is that the formula for volume is length times width times height. They will give you this on the MCAS test. So you don't need to memorize that, but you most likely will once we practice with these a lot. And we've done this a lot during the regular school year before we had to leave school. So volume is length times width times height. So the volume is 96 equals length. We don't have the length yet. We're solving for the length times the width, which is 2, times the height, which is 6. So we have 96 equals the length times 2 times 6. So using what we know about multiplication, we can multiply 2 times 6. I should write that more like an L so you don't think it's a 1. 2 times 6 is 12. So 12 times the length equals 96. So we're thinking what number times 12 gets us to 96? Or 96 divided by what number is 12? Or 96 divided by 12 is what number? So what number times 12 gets us to 96? So we are really doing 96 divided by 12 to see what number will multiply times 12 to get us to 96. So if we had 96 of something and we were making 12 equal groups, we only have 9 tens. So we couldn't put a 10 into each of those groups because there's only 9 of them and we have 12 groups. So we can't put a 10 into each of those groups. So now we're going to look at it as 96. So 12 times what gets you closest to 96? If you're not sure about your 12 multiples, you could just add 12, add 12, add 12, add 12, add 12. Let's see. And 96. So 12 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gets us to 96. And there's no remainder, so the answer is 8. So the length is 8, and that is the answer for part A. Okay, 8 centimeters. Because these were all in centimeters, and then cubic centimeters is centimeters cubed, because we had 3 different, with the length, the width, and the height, which made it cubed centimeters. Okay, when we find volume, it's cubed because there are 3 factors here. Length times width times the height. Okay, so the answer for part A was 8 centimeters. Now part B says if the length, width, and height were all doubled, then what would be the new volume? So we have to double the length, the width, and the height. So let me make myself some space. The original height was 6, so we're going to double that. That's going to be 12. Then the width was 2. We're going to double that. It's going to be 4. And then we just found out what the length is. It was 8, so if we double it, that is 16. So now to find the new volume, we're going to do 12 times 4 times 16. So 12 times 4, we just did up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, is 48. And then we have to do 48 times 16 to find the new volume. So we'll do that right over here. 48 times 16. I'm going to start in the ones place in the bottom right-hand corner. We're going to multiply the ones first. 6 times 8 is 48 ones, so we're going to carry the 4 tens over to the tens place and write the 8 ones here. Then 6 times 4 is 24, plus the 4 more that we carried makes 28. So our first partial product, part of our answer here, is 288. Then, very important, is we are done with this 6. We're moving on to this 1, but it's in the tens place. So we have to hold the ones place. I put a smiley face there to remind myself that I just have to put that there, because now we're doing 10 times 8, which is really 80. But we do 1 times 8 is 8. And if we put that 0 there like we were supposed to, you'll see that 10, because this is 16, 6 ones and 1 10. 10 times 8 is actually 80. So if we didn't put that 0 there, then we would have the 8 in the wrong place value. So it's very important that you put that there first, or you will get the place value wrong and your answer will end up wrong. So 1 times 8 was 8, and then 1 times 4 is 4. And notice it's 400 because that's 10 times 40, which is 400. Then we add the two partial products. 8 plus 0, 8 plus 8 is 16, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the new volume is 768 centimeters cubed, or cubic centimeters, because we did length times width times height, or centimeters times centimeters times centimeters gives us centimeters to the third power, or centimeters cubed. So the answer is 768 centimeters cubed would be our new volume if we doubled all of the length, width, and height. So that's it. Give yourself some snaps if you got that right. If not, please find out where you went wrong. I'll show you my work again for a second. You can pause on here and just be extra careful that you had to double all of those. So very nice job. Have a great day. See you later.